The state of New Mexico is expected to receive nearly $17 million from a federal settlement with Volkswagen over emissions in diesel vehicles. Now, some of the settlement funds could be used to improve infrastructure in western states, but part of the settlement is also supposed to address existing issues with dangerous emissions. A local environmental group that works with Latino families called Juntos has a proposal they'd like to see the state consider. Producer Sarah Gustavus got more details from Stephanie Gonzalez Mendoza.
Stephanie, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with what Juntos is proposing. How do you think the state should spend that money from the Volkswagen settlement?
Juntos is launching a campaign called Clean Buses for Healthy Niños, which will be proposing that the $18 million that New Mexico is receiving from the Volkswagen settlement to be used to transition school buses from being diesel ran to being electric.
And how did you make that decision that that was the thing that you thought would be best for the community?
We are a part of a national network called Chispa, and we have this campaign going on in different states around the country. But our community members decided that this was a priority for them because we do have a lot of mothers and youth who have asthma themselves. And they saw this as a priority because their children suffer from asthma, and they want to make sure that they are addressing any issues that's causing them to onset.
And so you work with those mothers and children yourself. When you go out, do you talk about how do you connect these things that they're seeing in their families and in their community with the science of what we know about what's happening in the environment? How do those conversations go for you?
It's really amazing because our mothers and youth, we have mother promotoras who are at the forefront of the work that we do, as well as our youth promotores who are promoters of our program. And they know that it's no coincidence that 1 in 11 children in New Mexico suffer from asthma, and they live it themselves. We have one mother promotora who has asthma herself, and she has 3 other children, of who 2 have asthma as well. And she knows that the diesel emissions and all of the different emissions that the buses emit cause the onset of asthma attacks or even other respiratory illnesses.
And with looking at changing these buses out, do you think that $18 million would cover buses in all school districts in New Mexico, or would there need to be more money brought in for that?
I don't have the exact numbers for how much it would cost to transition the buses. We do have about 89 school districts in New Mexico, and we have a lot of school buses. So we would hope that the buses that are transitioned would serve low-income communities and communities of color, because we do know that they are mostly affected by the emissions of these school buses.
You work with Latino families. What are some other environmental concerns that you're hearing from folks right now? I know this one's a priority, but what are other concerns in their communities?
Last year, Juntos actually did a survey with our community, and we surveyed over 500 people in the South Valley, Westgate, and some people from the International District. And we found that their main concerns were the quality of air we breathe our quality of water, and also that there is no access to recycling for some of their communities. And if there is, it's very limited, and just contamination overall. So we have a strong focus on different aspects of environmental health and environmental racism, such as why in our communities, Bernalillo County, for example, has the air quality of a D, and that was qualified by the American Lung Association, and that's a huge concern for our community. So we do know that there was a stigma, or there might be, that Latinos don't care about environmental issues, but the reality is that our communities strongly care about environmental issues and want to make sure that they are impacting their environment positively in order for their children and the future generations to have a healthy lifestyle.
And when these people get excited as advocates working with the community, when they take those concerns to elected officials or lawmakers, are people telling you that they feel like they're being heard?
They feel like they are being heard by some decision makers. However, for example, right now with the New Mexico Environment Department, there hasn't been a public, more formal public comment process. We had a public meeting which we took a lot of our leaders to, but they don't feel like they have been given the space to share formally their comment and their concern about why this money should be spent on transitioning school buses from diesel to electric.
And do you take people to the legislature?
We do. Last year we had, or this year actually, at the end of the legislature, we had our Environmental Justice Day, where we took more than 50 of our youth and mother leaders from Juntos, and they were able to speak with their representatives and senators, and it was an amazing experience for all of them. And a lot of them, it was their first time being at the legislature, and it was a huge positive experience for them.
You mentioned just a minute ago environmental racism, environmental justice, needing to raise awareness that communities are dealing with a lot of issues related to where they live, which is important. What do you think that your organization and the people you work with can bring to make the environmental movement itself stronger, which, as you mentioned, does have a perception of being very white, kind of folks from Santa Fe? How is it stronger when more people are part of the conversation?
It is very important for me, and I know for our program, to be able to include communities of color, because it's their day-to-day lives, it's their realities. And when we don't have them at the table, we might assume and think that we know what they're going through. But when you have them at the table sharing their realities and sharing their experiences, you really get to see what it is like, instead of you leaving it up for yourself, for you to assume what's going on, right? And I think that having them at the table creates a stronger movement and richer movement, because you are not only focusing on one group, but you are allowing for the space to be open to multiple communities.
The Albuquerque Rapid Transit buses are going to be electric. Do you think that signals some changes and some potential opening for this work that you're doing with school buses?
Yeah, I mean, it's great that we're going to have more electric public transportation, and I think it definitely is a great opportunity for us to continue advocating for more electric transportation.
And what's next for Juntos?
We are going to continue with our Clean Buses for Healthy Niños campaign, because we do want our communities to have access to clean transportation, and not only clean but accessible and something reliable that they can go on, because a lot of times we have public transportation, and what was told by our community this summer through a survey we did was that they don't have access to reliable and frequent transportation, which is why a lot of times they come to us and they want to continue advocating for a change to happen. That way they can rely on other forms of transportation other than their vehicles.
Meaning like more bus lines in the South
Yeah.
Valley and different places?
Yeah, so those are some of the things we have found out by our community, but definitely for Juntos, it's our Clean Buses for Healthy Niños campaign right now.
Thank you for stopping by to talk about your work right now.
Thank you.